Welcome to OfisXpert's Finance module. Finance. This video explains how to keep track of the company financial health, auditing records, and reviewing as well as analyzing the company financial activities. Overview. OfisXpert Finance module is a set of processes that are required to provide company financial information for users. It also provides an analysis support to the business. Chart of account. This function allows finance admin to view the company chart of accounts and make quick additions via the account shortcut. Before creating the company opening balance, finance admin has to ensure that the chart of account follows the company list of accounts. OfisXpert provides three types of chart of account that users can choose from: default, a standard chart of account, open list, an open chart of account without header or subheader, and segmented, a chart of account which has been segmented with header, subheader, and subtotal. Quick Add section on Chart of Accounts page allows users to quickly add a new account to the list. Select Structure. This assigns the main category this account falls under. Select Class. This assigns the account to the correct accounting class. Enter the account number. This is the account number in the Chart of Accounts. Enter a name. This is the title for the account. Key in a description. Select the type. This is the specific type classification for the account. Click Add Account button when confirmed. Account Setup. Accounts provide a means for grouping transactions. When you set up your company into the system, you will select a default accounts list to start with. This list may already have the accounts you need. If not, you can change the list to suit your needs. Account numbers. Each account is identified using a unique 6-digit number. The first digit indicates the account's classification while the remaining 5 digits determine its location within the classification. The lower the number, the higher up in the list it appears. Account structure. Your accounts list consists of few structures such as header, details accounts, sub-account or group account. This structure help you organize your account list. The following video explain in details of structure available in OfisXpert, with reference to header. Header has no value and consists of few subheaders and group account in it, such as fixed asset. Subheader. Subheader is a small group of accounts and consist of sub-account, such as property and equipment which is a part of fixed asset. Sub-account. List of accounts in subheader, such as desk which fall under furniture and fixtures. Subtotal. Total of sub-accounts in one subheader. Subtotal will auto-calculate all the sub-accounts of the nearest subheader. Group account. An individual account with no small account in it. Group total. Auto-calculate all group accounts and subtotals under one header. Account classification and types. The accounts list groups accounts into 5 classifications: asset, liability, equity, revenue, and expenses. Within each account classification, there is at least one account type. Asset. Account receivables. Money owed to you by your customer. Credit card receivables. Repayment received from customer. Bank. Money in the bank, for example, in a check or savings account. Cash. Cash available, for example, cash on hand or petty cash. Inventory. The cost of the goods purchased but not yet sold. Current asset. Assets that, if required, can be turned into cash within a year. Fixed asset. Assets which have a long life, for example buildings or cars. Accumulated depreciation. A contra account, a credit balance account which reduces the value of fixed asset items. Long-term asset. Intangible or financial assets which have a long life, more than a year, such as bonds. Goodwill. An intangible asset that arises as a result of acquisition of one company by another at premium value. Liability. Account payable. Money owed by you to your vendors. Current liability. Money owed by you that is due in less than a year, such as GST. Credit card payable. Repayments required to service credit card debt. Other current liability. An obligation, debt, or responsibility owed to someone which may be out of business nature. Long-term liability. Money owed by you that is due in more than 1 year, for example, a business loan. Equity. Equity. The business's net worth, assets minus liabilities. Equity retained earning. Business profit from previous year. Equity dividend. Dividends given to shareholders. Revenue. Income from business activities such as sales of goods and services. Other income. Other revenue which is out of business norms such as freight revenue. Expenses. Cost of sales. The direct cost of selling your goods and providing services such as purchase price and freight charges. Expenses. Day-to-day expenses of running your business. Expenses, depreciation. Loss due to items depreciation. Expenses, gain/loss on sales of asset. Loss from sales of asset. Expenses, tax expenses incurred by the company. Other expenses. Other expenses that do not occur regularly such as interest charged. Opening balance and new fiscal period. Account opening balances are the balances of your accounts as at the first day of your conversion month. You can enter the following amounts as the opening balance of a bank account. A. The bank account balances that appears on your balance sheet or trial balance reports as at the day prior to your conversion date. B. Cash book balance of the account as at the end of the day prior to your conversion date. You can calculate your cash book balance by taking into account the transactions not yet cleared by your bank as at the conversion date and the balance that appears on your bank statement at that date. Step by step of how to create an opening balance are explained in details in video 2. Company setup titled Setup Accounts and Opening Balances. Closing entries are journal entries made at the end of an accounting cycle to set the balance of temporary accounts, i.e. expense and revenue accounts, to zero and begin the next accounting period. Depending on your company's practices, a fiscal period can be either a calendar year, biannually or quarterly. Journal. This function provides finance department with a tool to view and make journal entries. View journal. Select the journal category to view. Leave it blank to see every category. Enter the date range of the transaction you are interested in. Click View button. A larger date range and all category selection may yield many records. The system will require time to process. Reversing journal entries. This convenient feature allows finance administrators to make automatic corrections to transactions and journal entries. The system will identify all relevant accounts the journal entry originated from and reverse them accurately. Enter the date range of transaction that need to be corrected. Click View button. Click the reverse icon located on the right side of the transaction. Reversing journal entry will delete the entry, however it is traceable in audit trail. New journal entry. Click New Journal Entry button. A journal number is auto-generated for you. Key in an alternate number if necessary. Check that this is an auditor-edited journal entry if it is done by auditor. Select a date for the journal entry. Select an account for both debit and credit entries. Key in respective remarks. Key in either debit or credit value for each account. Click Add line to add additional lines for the journal entry. The system auto-calculates your accounts and ensure the accurate balances. The journal entry follows standard accounting principles. Users must ensure the debits and credits are balance, though the system will prompt users if it is not balance. Important info. Auditor-edited journal entries are commonly created to make adjustments after closing the accounting books for a period. Since the temporary accounts have already been zeros out, OfisXpert will make necessary adjustments for auditor journal entries. This will ensure the financial statements are accurately reflected. New Tax Journal Entry. Click New Tax Journal Entry button. Choose GST transaction type, purchase, input tax, or sales, output tax. Tick tax inclusive. Box if the journal created is tax-inclusive value. A journal number is auto-generated for you. Key in an alternate number if necessary. Select a date for the journal entry. Select an account for both debit and credit entries. Key in respective remarks. Key in either debit or credit value for each account. Select tax code. Click Add line to add additional lines for the journal entry. The system auto-calculates your accounts and ensure the accurate balances. The journal entry follows standard accounting principles. Users must ensure the debits and credits are balanced, though the system will prompt users if it is not balanced. Finance setting. Finance setting enables users to set finance process or data to ensure the company financial is accurate and up-to-date. Trade balances. Trade balances function is useful for finance admin to segment the debtors, creditors, and employees as per recorded in opening balance. The finance admin will be able to record accounts receivable and accounts payable contributors. The total of accounts payable, accounts receivables and employees are shown as per opening balance for the fiscal period. Key in the value accordingly. Ensure the calculated total value and the opening balance value is the same for each account. Invoice number. Invoice number are automatically generated based on predefined prefix and transaction sequence. The default figures should suffice but may be adjusted to suit your business. For each category that need to be adjusted, change the column as desired. The first column represents the prefix while the second column represents the transaction sequence number. Thank you for watching video tutorial on OfisXpert's finance module.